بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Whomsoever Allah guides, none can misguide, and whomsoever Allah misguides, none can guide. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, on behalf of Sri Lankan Muslims, we have gathered here together under the leadership and guidance of Sri Lanka Tawheed Jamaat after having a long process to protest against the world mean Israel government that has been massively killing the innocent Palestinian Muslims, including elders, women and children, for mere purposes of plot of land. Dear brothers and sisters, the Palestine is an important divine place for all the Muslims in the world. It is an international divine place of all the Muslims, all international Muslims. We therefore gathered here to condemn the brutal attack of the Israeli governments on Palestinian innocent people. Dear brothers, the barbarian Israel comments its recent massacre on Palestinian masses in the last holy month of Ramzan. Still now, its brutal bombardment continues against the powerless and weakest civilians of Palestine by naming its inhuman war as the Operation Protective Edge. Within the month period of war, the Israel forces have mercilessly exterminated the lives of more than 2,000 people in Gaza. Several families became homeless. Thousands of people displaced. Further, the people in Gaza are at the edge of their lives. Dear brothers and sisters, we are here to condemn the brutal and cruel barbarianism of the Israel government and its forces in Palestinian areas. We also condemn the United Nations for being silent and not taking immediate measures to stop these atrocities committed by the Zionist Jews to the Palestinian Muslims. We demand the United Nations to immediately deploy its peacekeeping forces to the relevant areas, especially on Gaza and other Palestinian territories, with mere intention of encroaching the lands by the Israeli. Dear brothers, we don't want, dear United Nations people, we don't want your plain condemn. We don't want your plain advice. We don't want anything else from you other than taking abrupt action against these Israeli troops by deploying the international forces to come to the problem to an edge. Our reprimand also goes to the United States of America for its partial and double standard with regards to human rights for medium and low developing countries like Sri Lanka and Palestine, when comparing to the countries like Israel, which has been endlessly committing human rights violations for the past 65 years on Palestine. From 1955 to 2003, the United Nations brought 77 resolutions against Israel in relation to Palestine. However, out of these 77 resolutions, from 1972 to 2011, the America used its veto power to reject 44 resolutions against bloodthirsty Israel. We would like to ask the United States of America whether it is the justice and fairness of America. We therefore demand the United States of America to hold this mean act against human civilization. Our special request also goes to the President of Sri Lanka, Mahinda Rajapaksa, to look into the agony of Palestinian Muslims and jump into the action to condemn Israel for its cruelties on innocent Palestinians. Oh, our President, you are the President of Palestinian and Sri Lankan Friendship Association, and you have been awarded as the best reward of Palestinian people as Palestinian Star by the Palestinian government. However, so far, the President of Sri Lanka hasn't made any single condemn against Israel, and even a single supportive speech in support of Palestine. We regret very much for it. We therefore request the President Mahinda Rajapaksa and the government of Sri Lanka to disconnect all the diplomatic relations with Israel to show international community that Sri Lanka is always with justice, peace and harmony. Our request also goes to the world leaders to revise their bonds and ties with Israel and to take prompt action to bring Israel to a lasting peace solution to the crisis. Otherwise, they should be isolated from international community until they stop their cruel activities against humans. Further, we would like to tell that we have organized this rally on a humanitarian basis to record our contempt against Israel. Clearly knowing this fact, today the racist movement, Bodu Balasena and Sinhala Rave also have organized a rally in support of Israel. As far as our knowledge is concerned, it is the first and the foremost rally that has been organized in the world in support of Israel and against Palestinians. Through this activity, the racist movement BBS once again proved that it is the movement against humanitarianism. It is the movement that supports terrorism. We are therefore once again demanding the government of Sri Lanka to ban this racist movement. In addition to this, we are very much say that the actions of Sri Lankan police for partial action, whenever our Sltj organized rallies on democratic basis, we have continuously been hindered by the Sri Lankan police. But when the racists had rallies to loot and destroy the properties of Alugame and Berwala Muslim, it was allowed by the police. Now we have a big doubt in our mind whether the police have itself indirect connection with these racist movements. We would like to inform the Sri Lankan police that we are a peace-loving community of this nation. We therefore request you to be impartial and unbiased with all communities of this nation. Finally, O Jews, we request you, remember, you were chased away from your homes, your land, during the Second World War II by Adolf Hitler. Then you very miserably, you became homeless, landless, and placeless. Nobody in the world provided you with a shelter. But the Palestinian people stretched their helping hands to you. Now you have been in turning, kicking on the chest of those people who assisted you. We are asking you, use whether it is just, honest, and fair. We leave these words to your mind to think about a moment with humanitarian basis. My dear Jews, you stop your cruelty against Islam and Muslims. Thank you very much for gathering here.